Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Danny Boy. In this video I'm going to be reviewing Katlife's I Hit Grandmaster only playing Katarina. And I'm just going to be breaking down the combos that he uses and pointing out the different situations and different combos that he uses. And how he pretty much always utilizes the best combo. But before we hop into the video, I just want to break down two combos that you are going to be seeing a lot of in this video, as well as another combo that I think should be utilized more, and also Emax Katarina, which Katlife still uses it, and it's basically just used for avoiding CC because you get your reset on your dagger by the time the dagger drops. So you immediately can shunpo out of CC and get to your combo more quickly. So first off, I want to talk about the combo he utilizes, which is Q wait EW wait EQ. Now you can do this with, I think, level 1 Q. If you Q E wait to use your W after about 2 seconds of waiting. Maybe it's 1.5 seconds, I'm not exactly sure, but the easiest time to do it is level 3. That's because you can Q or you can E onto your Q dagger once your Q is at 4 seconds, 4 to 5 seconds, and then W, run away, E back onto it, and then Q. Which you're going to be seeing this utilized a lot in lane, which is very useful. The next combo you're gonna see a lot is W run EQ Hexagon Blade R. That combo is pretty self-explanatory. You're just running from the enemy, they chase you into your W dagger and you get the kill. And then the next thing I want to talk about is the Hokey Pokey combo, is what Katlife coined it as. And that's basically Q, EW flash, E back onto your W, ultimate Hexagon Blade, or Hexagon Blade before your ultimate, and then R. And I don't see it utilized that often, probably because it wastes your flash is enough. But I just think it's really great for turret diving in the mid game as well as late game. Now, with that being said, I want to talk about Emax Katarina. If you're going to play Emax Katarina, only put 4 points into your E and then max Q, because your dagger reset time is 1.5 seconds after shunpo, and your daggers take 1.5 seconds to drop. So by the time you're picking up your dagger after Eing, it'll be immediately off cooldown, only having 4 points in E instead of the full 5, which is better than having 5 points in E and 3 points in Q, because your Q deals more damage. The reason why maxing E isn't that bad is because if you get 3 E's off in a fight, it's the same amount of damage as maxing Q. So it's not as troll as you think it is. Your QE combo, you can immediately E out after you E onto the dagger and get the dagger pick up on the enemy. So it's useful. All that being said, let's hop into this Katlife video and let's break it down. So in this first clip, he does a W bait, run away. Interesting thing about your ultimate is that it still hits enemies that are stealthed, so don't be afraid to use it against a Talon when he ultimates, or a Kha'Zix if he ultimates. This next clip, he ease onto one of his friendly champions to get to the next champion. You see him utilize the W for movement speed so he can E and Q onto other champions. I really like that, because when a champion is running away and you EWQ onto the enemy champion, the only damage you're getting is the E onto the champion, and normally the W you don't get. In this next clip, he E's before his W drops and he gets the reset. I don't see that being utilized enough. If they're not in your W range, go ahead and shunpo and leave the dagger there, so that way you can E back to it if they're to walk or kite back to your dagger. Really useful. This next clip that are connected is just ending, and he's trying to make sure that they don't get the Elder Dragon and they don't back. Alright. Oh, he actually QEs over the Lux Bind. I don't know if that was intentional, but that was pretty clean. So when he E's onto the Kha'Zix, his W is not up. That was a misplay, I think. Yeah, he missed the Shumpo to his Q dagger, where he would have gotten the reset for his E, so he had to walk back to his W dagger. Just a small thing. He didn't have to W if he correctly E'd onto... He didn't have to W at all there, so he probably should have saved his W for the move speed or trying to get the W dagger onto the Kha'Zix. Now when they're in Zhonya's, interesting thing is that you cannot ultimate onto them because they're not targetable. And once they're targetable and in range, you can immediately ultimate. So if you spam your ultimate while somebody is in Zhonya's, you will not waste the beginning cooldown. When they come out of Zhonya's, you will immediately start ulting. Very key thing to know right there if your Q's off cooldown. If your Q's not off cooldown, just spam Q onto them, and when they come out of it, when they come out of Zhonya's and they're targetable, you'll immediately Q onto them. So these next two clips, we just see him going ham. Ooh, he lives just barely by the MF ultimate. So one thing I like doing is placing W's in bushes. One thing he could have done there differently is place his W in the bush and then waited for somebody to walk up. Prefer like the Janna did and E onto it in Q, but I think it's too low HP, that doesn't matter anyways. See how he W's in the bush right there, expecting the Elise to go for him? And he just walks around to the other side of the wall to Shumpo and get that kill. So notice how he actually walked out of his W to get the extra distance and utilizing the move speed that he got from his W instead of Wing and immediately Q Hexagon Blade R'ing there. So two things that we've seen in the last two clips that are similar is that he utilizes enemy minions to EWQ and get the extra gap close range onto his opponents. Alright, here we see him flash, auto, E auto, your auto attack, or your E is an auto attack reset. So what you don't see a lot of Katarina's doing right now is flashing for the auto damage. And normally, well, sometimes if they have flash, they'll panic flash away. And then you can E auto onto them. He gets the auto attack reset. The Pyke doesn't flash or have any mobility there, so he's dead. But if he did flash, you just E onto him. So that combo is actually really underrated. This was the Q, wait, E, W, wait, EQ combo that I was talking about earlier. So notice he Qs, waits for his Q cooldown to go down to about 5 seconds, EWs, then runs away from his W dagger again, and his Q is back off cooldown for him to finish off the Pyke. Alright, there we see him utilizing minions or monsters to get the gap close. He uses it again. So a lot of things, that's one thing that you don't see a lot of low elo players using is EWing onto enemy minions or monsters to get the gap close to finish a kill or to start a kill. Ooh, I'm not sure if he was out of vision. He probably wasn't, but that would have been a really cool play if he was out of vision. I think the Karthus could see him. What I'm saying here is out of vision, he's by this wall, and so when you're out of vision and casting ultimate doesn't reveal you since it's not a targeted ability. So if you're in a bush and somebody's walking up to you and you know the bush isn't warded, you can ultimate and they won't be able to see you. And if you see them running away from you, you can Q, E, and finish a combo, which you don't see utilized a lot. A lot of people just immediately EWQ or WQ Hexagon Blade R. What you want to do is you want to W, R, and then Q Hexagon Blade E. You don't see it utilized often enough though. And that's the end of his video. But yeah, if you learned something new, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I think that does it for this video.